Hey there YouTube, my fellow kittens, it's your girl Hiki here, and you will have to forgive me for showing my wretched ass, unmade face on the interwebs yet again. But we all know that if I'm showing my wretched ass, unmade face on the interwebs, that can mean one thing and one thing alone. Makeup tutorial. Let's do this. Alright, so today I figured I might as well do a makeup tutorial showing how I go upon using the baking technique, which is something that I haven't shown, and I haven't shown much of anything because of the fact that I haven't done a lot of makeup tutorials, and this is a makeup channel, so why not go upon doing that? So my face has already been moisturized and primed, so we can move right in with the tutorial right now. So a quick disclaimer before you actually start the process of baking. You must know your skin type. If you are an oily skin type like myself, baking will be absolutely a-okay for you because it's not going to dry out your skin. If you're a person who has dry skin or combination skin, just know where you're going to be baking and make sure you use lots and lots of motherfucking moisturizer because it's going to dry out your face, and that's one thing you just don't want it to do. So let's move on in and let's start off with the eyes, which is what I usually start off with. So as you guys may already know, I always draw a line to show where life ends before I start doing any eyeshadow. The reason I do that is because I do not want my eyeshadow to go outside of those lines, okay? Okay, bitch, we got this shit. So we're gonna move in with our first shade. This is gonna be a rather neutral, just simple smoky eye with a nice little glam touch on the inner corner. So what we're going to use is our favorite palette, well my favorite palette, which is the NYC and Demi Lovato collaboration, the Lovotics eyeshadow palette, which happens to be a dupe for the Naked palette. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this matte brown, using this shade right here, and you can see that I love this shade because I've already hit pan on it. We're going to be using this shade as our transition color. Just going to pop this shit in your crease because you already know why. You already know why. I'm going to tell you anyway because it makes that shit be popping. We're going to take this just nice on your eyeshadow brush, tap off the excess because you do not want too much fallout. But if you do, it's okay because we always do eyes first. And we're just going to pop this shit into your crease, starting on the outer corner. Of course, you're going to just windshield wipe it through the crease like we always do. So this look in no way has to be perfect at all because we're going to do after each layer of eyeshadow that we apply, we're just going to blend it on out. It's going to be an absolute smoky eye, so there's no need for you to feel pressured to get this perfect. So, yeah. Alright, so if you guys survived to the first step, you guys are absolutely brilliant enough. And we're going to move in with our second shade, which is actually going to be the shimmery dark brown shade right here. This is what we're going to be using for our next color. This is just going to go on our outer corner, and it's just going to blend halfway into our crease. So let's move on with that shade. So now take whatever brush you can get your hands onto for blending. You're just going to take it and blend out these harsh lines. Make sure that nothing is too harsh. Unless harsh is what you're going for. Like sometimes when I'm being a bit more strategic where I place my lines, I actually keep them harsh because they look absolutely on flake. But today I'm just going to blend them on out just to make this tutorial a lot more easy. Just because the fact that this is not really an eyeshadow tutorial, this is a baking tutorial. So we're going to move on with this, okay? So after we're done with that, we're going to move in with our darkest shade in the palette, which is also within the Naked palette as well, I checked. And it's just going to be this nice shimmery black shade right here. We're going to take this nice shimmery black shade and we're going to put this only on our outer corner just to add some dimension to our eyes and to finish off this look, kinda. So we're just going to blah blah blah, dab into this. So now that we're done blurring out our vaginas, V's, we're going to take our favorite glitter shade. If you don't have a favorite glitter shade or anything like that, you can use any of the shimmer shades at all from the Naked palette or from this Lovotics palette. I would end up using either this one or this one. These two on the outer corner are definitely great for this, but I'm going to take my two favorite glitter singles, and they're by Wet n Wild. So here are the two glitter singles. They're from Wet n Wild. And one of them is more of a white tone at first, but once you put it on your skin, it actually fades out to be more of an orange type rainbowy glitter thing. It's really weird. And then we have this straight on silver glitter, and these are gonna go onto the inner corner of your eyes and create a nice little glitter moment, as Jeffree Star would say. And we're just going to have a nice little glitter moment, and we're going to make it look completely on flake. So let's do that. Get yourself a socket brush and move into the inner corner. Finish off our little glitter moment, and this is a very top heavy look, therefore you do not really have to do anything at all with the bottom lashes. or a bottom lash line or anything like that. So what you can do is you can just throw on your wing and put on your mascara, and you're done with this eye look. And then we're gonna move on with the rest of the tutorial. All right, so I've just finished up that, and we all know that I incorporate a cat eye into everything, or else I wouldn't be Kitty Hiki. So cat eye, everything all done. I've also already thrown on my foundations because of the fact that this is not a full face makeup tutorial. But if you would like one, just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely do one. But now that we've thrown on our foundation, it's time for us to do our highlight and then our main attraction, baking. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my concealer, which is actually NYC's Cover Stick, but long story short, it broke. I had to melt it down into one of my old eyeliner containers, but either way, it still works. I'm gonna take that on a nice little ruined brush of mine, and I'm going to put that on my face in the way that you'll put on a concealer. And for all the people out there who do not know where to place concealer when they're putting it on their face, just anywhere to basically conceal any dark marks or any blemishes that you don't want to be shown. But when you're highlighting your face with a concealer, you're gonna put it on the high points of your face, which are gonna be under your eyes, your nose, your forehead, and your chin, and Cupid's bow. So that's just what I'm going to do, and I'll be back to you guys when that is all done. So when you're done putting on your concealer, you should look something like this. Either like a member of a tribe or some member of the Illuminati, whichever one you prefer. Then you're going to take your sponge and you're going to blend it on out. So I'm just going to take this and just blend. You're just going to blend by tapping. You're not going to rub anything in or buff it or anything like that. Just keep on tapping and tapping until these edges kind of blur out. And if you need any extra help to blur out the edges, what you're going to do, you're just going to roll your sponge. And that's just how that's going to happen. I'll be back with you guys one moment when I'm done blending this all out. So now my students, you have made it very far. Please do not mind my hair because honestly, I don't even want to deal with it right now. But you guys have made it awesomely far because you actually made it to the point where we start the technique of baking. So what you're going to do now that you have blended out your concealer and everything and you look all highlighted and whatnot, you're going to take your sponge yet again. You're going to take your setting powder, which mine happens to be New York Colors translucent setting powder. You want to get yourself a loose powder. You can do it with a compact powder, but you'll have to scrape it out and make it into a loose powder. This one is already loose, therefore it's Gucci. You're just going to take a shit ton of this onto your sponge, as I'm going to exemplify in one moment, and you're going to just pack this wherever you did your highlighting. So I will do that in a short example very quickly. Give me one moment. So you're gonna take this shit, and you're gonna take a shit ton of it, and I know you thought I was joking when I said a shit ton, but no, you're gonna take a shit ton. You see, that's all powder, and you're going to just pack it, oh my fucking goodness. You're going to just pack it under your eyes. I'm gonna need my mirror for this. Give me one moment. And you're gonna pack it wherever you did your highlighting. So give me 1 second. I'm going to probably have to stop talking because I can't breathe this shit in. Now you're not just going to just put it on your face and let it just sit there. You're gonna actually press it in and then let it kind of just sit there. What you're gonna do, you're gonna just let this sit there for a long amount of time, basically about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's going to basically take whatever's in between your skin and the powder and heat it up, because the fact that your skin is already pretty warm itself, but since it can't breathe because the powder is knocking off all of its breathing capabilities, it's going to heat up everything that's in between the powder and your skin, which happens to be the concealer in this case, and it's going to make it bake onto your skin, which is why this technique is called baking. So give me one moment while I finish the rest of my face. So while you're baking, time can literally feel like it's taking forever to tick by. So the things you can do while you're waiting is either have a dance party, sing a song, or do some kind of satanic cults or anything like that. You never know. Anything you can do just to pass the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fast forward time, so you guys don't have to sit here and wait for the whole 10 minutes I'm going to be waiting here. So I'll see you guys when this is all gooch, and then I'll come back and show you guys what you do after you're done with the baking. Alright, now that 5 minutes have passed, you're going to simply take a fluffy brush. Just gonna take this shit and just brush it all away, because you don't want this to stay on your face unless it's the look you're going for. If you want to go out in public looking like this, be like, yo, I am the shit, go for it. I do not judge at all. So you're just gonna, otherwise, you're just gonna take your fluffy brush and you're just gonna kind of just brush this all away. Maybe a bit difficult at first, just keep on brushing and brushing and you'll be all gooch. So after you're done brushing it all away, you are not going wacko or blind or anything. You will find that your skin afterwards, from brushing it all away, looks very, very ashy. It's okay, this is all easily fixable. What you're gonna do, you're just going to bronze up your face, highlight and contour like you normally will, and your face will be looking completely bombshell on flake. So, give me one moment and I'll do that for you and exemplify it, and that'll be the conclusion of our tutorial. So I just finished highlighting and contouring until my face looks like it's absolutely glowing. And once you're done with all of that, you are all done with the look. That concludes our tutorial. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope that this was not too much bullshit for you all. I know it's been really difficult still for me to actually record makeup videos in the position that I'm in right now, but I hope you guys enjoyed this nonetheless. And yeah, if you like videos like these and you want to see more of them, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're not part of the Kitten family already, because you know here all we give is kitten hugs. So here, oh, you guys are so adorable. But other than that, I've been really having a difficult time just trying to adjust to things, adjust to myself and whatnot. So I hope you guys are still there, still watching. I thank you guys for all the support you've given me thus far. So I guess that's it. I thank you guys for watching yet again, and see you all. Love you. Bye. Hey there, kitten. The girl Hiki here, and today I'm going to be doing something absolutely spectacular. I noticed that I am like keen at giving too much